Are you able to see my screen? Can someone confirm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coming to index, yesterday we have discussed about the test plan, and also we have been discussed about the thread group as well. Okay, and we can see the thread group types as well, but I don't want to continue with the types. Okay, so going forward, I'll explain these thread group types and all. Let me launch the JMeter quickly. So you know how to launch the JMeter, right? So this is the JMeter. So today I am using 5.4.1 version. Okay. So whatever the version, whatever the JMeter, the launch is the similar way. Go to your JMeter, go to the bin folder. In the bin folder, you can see Apache JMeter.jar executable file. You can double click on this, or else search for jmeter.bat. Okay, in the same folder you can get jmeter.bat folder as well. Bat file, not folder. Bat file as well. You can double click on this as well. Okay, either you can double click on the jmeter.jar or you can double click on the jmeter.bat. So anything it can work. Okay, so anything it can work. So we are launching the JMeter. So once it has been launched, then we will go to next topic. Yeah, and let me open the JMeter. This is the JMeter we are using. Mission got hanged. Just a second. So you can see to add the thread group what we have to do. So right click on the test plan, mouse over onto that, and here you can see threads. So these many thread groups we have, but mainly in your mission you can see only thread group, setup thread group, and tear down thread group. You can see I am not sure about this and all. Okay, so why? Because these and all are the plugins you have to install the external plugins and all. So I don't want to confuse you. So going forward, I'll explain how you can download the plugins and how you can install that plugins in the existing JMeter. Okay, I don't want to confuse now. Okay, so the thread group types and all going forward, I'll explain you, not now. Okay, so far we are clear about test plan. What is the test plan? What and all parameters will be there in it? What and all properties will be there? And coming to thread group as well. Okay, so how to add the thread group? Right click on the test plan, mouse over onto the add, and here you can see threads. So we are clear about the thread. So thread is nothing but user. So user is nothing but virtual user who is replacing the physical user. Okay, we are the physical user. Whatever the action we are performing on the browser, okay, performing on the application, so those and all things can be same actions can be performed by the virtual user. Okay, so using threads you can simulate the user. So using the threads you can generate the user. You can explain in any way. Okay, simulation or generation or creation, so anything is same meaning. Okay, so using threads what we can do, we can simulate the user, or we can create the user, or we can generate the user's load on the application. So to generate the load we can use the threads, and we can use either thread group, arrivals, concurrency, freeform, stepping, ultimate, setup, tear down. You can use any thread group. Okay, you can use any thread group based on our requirement. We can use any number of thread groups in the test plan. Okay, I don't want to confuse you by telling all these thread groups and all. Now I am skipping this and all. Going forward I'll explain. Okay, so you are clear about the thread group, right? This is more than enough. In the real time maximum we can use only this particular thread group only. We do not use remaining thread groups and all. Okay, but I'll explain you. Time comes, at that moment I'll explain you about the thread group types and all. Okay, so thread group types and all, so there I will explain. Okay, so now next thing, coming to our index, so non-test element, and today we will discuss these two. Okay, so non-test element and HTTP test script recorder. Why we need to use non-test element, where it will be there in the JMeter? That is the first question. Okay,
Sir, why?
hello, yeah, ఎవరు సంథింగ్ ఏదో చెప్పారు.
Sir, why is not clear, sir?
మీకొకరికే లేదా?
Why is not clear, sir?
మీకొకరికి లేదా? అందరికీ లేదా? వాట్ అబౌట్
Some disturbance on, sir.
బాగానే వస్తుంది సార్ వాయిస్
యా
క్లియర్ సార్ వాయిస్.
ఎస్. సో నెట్వర్క్ అనేది బోత్ సైడ్స్ ఉండాలండి. నా ఒకటి సైడ్ ఉంటే సరిపోదు, మీ సైడ్ కూడా నెట్వర్క్ బాగుంటేనే you can clear you can listen clearly. సో మీ నెట్వర్క్ సక్రమంగా లేకున్నా కూడా ఇబ్బంది ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో మీరు చెక్ చేసుకోండి మీ నెట్వర్క్ కూడా ఒకసారి. ఓకే, సో రీకనెక్ట్ బ్యాక్. ఓకే, సో ఐఎమ్ క్లియర్, రైట్? సో ఎవ్రీబడి ఈజ్ ఏబుల్ టు లిజన్ మై వాయిస్ క్లియర్లీ, రైట్?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so far we have discussed about the test plan and thread group as well. So now I'm going to explain about the non-test element. Okay, HTTP test script recorder, where it will be there in the JMeter. Okay, where it will be there. So right click on the test plan, mouse over onto the add me the grandi. Here you can see at the bottom non-test element. Okay, why we need to use this non-test element in the JMeter? See, from the beginning onwards I am telling, okay, from the beginning onwards in the performance testing, so I am telling like whatever the action you are doing on the browser, we can capture it like that. I am telling, let us assume I am launching one application, Flipkart. Okay, we'll go with Flipkart application. I am launching my application Flipkart. Okay, I can capture this launching activity, whatever you did so far, launching the application. Okay, you can record that action. I'm going to click on the mobile, I can record this action. I'm going to click on this Poco, yes, I can record this action. I'm going to click on the Poco C31, I can record this action. So therefore, whatever I am doing here on the browser, on that particular application, you can capture that one, you can record that one. Okay, how you can record in the JMeter? So using HTTPS test script recorder. Okay, HTTPS test script recorder, we can able to capture the traffic, or we can able to capture transactions, or we can able to capture the actions, whatever it may be, the meaning is same. Okay, so I want to capture the flow. Okay, what is the flow? Launching the application. So first launch the application Flipkart. Okay, I am launching the application. Okay, here whatever I am doing here, I can record it. I am going to click on the fashion, yes, I can record this. I am going to click on the men's bottom wear, so I can record this action. I'm going to click on this Peter England product. Okay, so I can record this one. Okay, I'm going to click on the add to cart, I can record this one. So like that, whatever the action you are doing on this browser, not only this application, any application it may be, you can use the HTTP test script recorder for the recording purpose. Okay, now let me show you how you can capture the what we call the actions in the JMeter. మనం ఎలా క్యాప్చర్ చేస్తామో, let me show you that. Go to your JMeter and add the HTTP test script recorder. Okay, so you know that will be there in the non-test elements. Okay, non-test elements can be used for the recording purpose. Always whenever, okay, you want to record any transaction or any application, at the time we need to use non-test elements, and that too. So in non-test element you can see 3 elements. Okay, forget about this mirror server and property display. We will use HTTP test script recorder for recording. Just click on that. Okay, so you can see here that recorder has been added over here. Okay, so now let me explain. So this is very very important, people, please listen carefully. Okay, so you have to listen very carefully. Okay, and also the practice also must on this from here onwards. ఓకే, సో మీరు సక్రమంగా వినలేదు అంటే యూ కెనాట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ ఎండ్. ఓకే, సో చాలా కష్టం అవుతుంది. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు లిసన్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ అండ్ దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ గెట్. ఓకే, see HTTP test script recorder, just I will give you the walkthrough on the properties first. What and all properties will be there in the HTTP test script recorder, what and all things we can change. So everything I will explain you now from the beginning. Okay, I have added the HTTP test script recorder. How I have added here? So right click on the test plan. Okay, mouse over onto the add and go here non-test elements. At the bottom you can see non-test elements will be there. Okay, so you can click on the HTTP test script recorder. Okay, కొంతమంది ఏం చేస్తారు, some people they will do like, so they will add the thread group over here and they can right click on the thread group. Here you cannot find non-test element. Why? Because you cannot add the non-test element to the thread group. You can add only to the test plan. If you want, you can check out. Okay, see here you can see many elements, but in the appeared elements over here, you do not have any non-test element. See. Okay, so always you need to add the non-test element to the test plan only. Right click on the test plan, mouse over onto the add. Here you can see non-test element. Okay, so that option will be visible whenever you have been clicked on the test plan. Okay, so yeah, so click on this HTTP test script recorder. Okay, we have added the HTTP test script recorder over here. Coming to the properties and all, ఏమేం ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఉన్నాయి here in the HTTP test script recorder. Name, as you know. Okay, so if you want to rename your script recorder name, you can record it, you can change it. Okay, you can change it. Okay, if you want, you can change it, or else you can ignore it. So actually in the real time, for HTTP test script recorder, we do not rename it. Okay, whatever the name by default it came, so we can leave as it is. ఇలాగే వదిలేస్తాం మనం రియల్ టైంలో నేమ్ అనేది మార్చాం. ఓకే, దీనికి ఓన్లీ ఫర్ దిస్ HTTP test script recorder I am saying, not for all the elements, keep it in mind. Okay, so why? Because HTTP test script recorder only one will be there is no multiple HTTP test script recorders and all. Using one test script recorder we can record any number of flows and all, so that's why we do not rename it. Okay, rename cheyam. Comments, you can ignore this section, so that is not useful for us, you can ignore it. And under the state you can see three properties we have: start, stop, restart. Stop and restart, those two are disabled and start is enabled. So why those two are disabled ante, so whenever you have initiated the start button, so then only your recording it will start. You want to stop your recording, you can click on the stop button. If you want to restart again, you can click on the restart button. Okay, so these are the three buttons which we can use for the recording purpose. If you click on the start button, so you can see the recording it will start. Okay, so recording it will start. If you click on the stop button, the recording it will stop. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so let me click on the start button, so the recording, okay, it is starting. Okay, recording it is starting. So it is taking some time. So what it will do, it will generate the root certificate. Click on OK. Okay, so here you can see the stop button is enabled now. If you want to stop the recording, what you can do, you can click on the stop button. Okay, in the JMeter you can see, okay, here you can see one stop button. ఇక్కడ మీకు స్టాప్ బటన్ ఉంది, యూ కెన్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ది స్టాప్ బటన్ టు స్టాప్ ద రికార్డింగ్. ఆర్ ఎల్స్ వాట్ యూ కెన్ డూ హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ పాపప్ విండో. ఓకే, ఈ పాపప్ విండో మీరు ఏ సైట్కి వెళ్ళినా కూడా ఆ సైట్లో చూపెడుతుంది. ఓకే, సి ద పాపప్ విండో ఈజ్ విజిబుల్ నౌ. ఓకే, సో యూ కెన్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ది స్టాప్ బటన్ to stop your recording. Okay, you can click on the stop button to stop your recording. Okay, so like that, so you can start the recording from here and you can stop the recording. Okay, whenever you feel that I want to go again, I want to restart my script again, I want to re-record my script again, at the time you can click on this restart button. Okay, I will show you. Okay, not now, so రికార్డ్ చేసినప్పుడు చూపెడతాం. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ స్టేట్ ప్రాపర్టీ. ఓకే, స్టేట్ కింద ఉన్న ప్రాపర్టీ స్టేట్, స్టార్ట్, స్టాప్, రీస్టార్ట్. వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్ టు స్టార్ట్ రికార్డింగ్, జస్ట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద స్టార్ట్ బటన్, దట్స్ ఆల్. సో వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ, ఇట్ విల్ ఇనిషియేట్ ద రికార్డింగ్. Okay, so whenever the recording is done, then click on the stop button, so then the recording will be stopped. Whenever you feel that I want to go again one more time, I want to record the same script, at that time you can click on the restart. Okay, so those three are the properties we do have. And coming to global settings, this is port number is very very important. Okay, so port number is very very important. So why we need to use the port number and all, why we need to go for the global setting, that to port number. Okay, see, whatever the transaction you are doing over here, ఇక్కడ మీరు చేస్తున్నారు బ్రౌజర్లో, Yeah, are you able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so there is power gone.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, okay.
your Wi-Fi disconnected. Anyhow, so ఎక్కడ దాకా విన్నారండి? సో ఐ వాంట్ టు సీ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ యు ఆర్. ఎక్కడ దాకా విన్నారు? ఎనీ గెస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీబడి? Okay, anyhow, again I'll come from the beginning. Okay. Yeah, so to start the recording, just click on the start button. To stop the recording, just click on the stop button. Okay, so those two are fine. And coming to the global settings and port number, this is very very important for us. Okay, so why? Because let us assume you are going to browser and you are doing some activities in the browser. Okay, you are opening one application. Okay, you are opening one application like Flipkart, anything, any application like pet store. Let us assume pet store. You are launching this application, you are clicking on the enter the store. Okay, you are clicking on the fish, you are clicking on the something angel fish, like that you are doing some actions over here. How JMeter can recognize these actions and all? Okay, so JMeter is not a human being, it is a tool. Okay, how it can recognize that one, how it can capture the transactions and all, దానికి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? హౌ యువర్ JMeter కెన్ ఐడెంటిఫై, నేను ఇక్కడ నుంచే, ఓకే నేను ఇక్కడ గూగుల్ క్రోమ్ నుంచే క్యాప్చర్ చేయాలి, అది కూడా JPEG స్టోరే క్యాప్చర్ చేయాలి, హౌ ఇట్ కెన్ ఐడెంటిఫై దట్? Okay, for that what we need to do some manual settings. Okay, manual proxy we need to configure. Okay, proxy settings we need to configure. Okay, so I will tell you how you can configure the manual proxy and all. Okay, so whenever you are recording your JMeter script, not now, every time, even in your real time as well, the best approach is use the Firefox browser for the recording. Keep it in your mind. Okay, don't use Chrome or don't use other applications, always use the Firefox. Okay, always use Firefox application, Firefox software you can use, Firefox browser you can use for the recording. That is the best approach I am saying. Okay, so let me launch my Firefox. Okay, this is my Firefox browser. So what you need to do? Okay, what you need to do? So I am telling like you need to change the proxy. How you can change the proxy? This is very very important, guys. So whatever I am talking today about the HTTP desktop recorder, the people they will ask you in the interview how you can do the some changes in it. Okay, how you can record your script using HTTP desktop recorder, or how you can record your script, how to do proxy settings, how to enable the proxy. So like that, the repeated questions they will ask you in the interview. Okay, each and everything whatever I am explaining here, the setup and all, so which is very important. Okay, so listen carefully. You see I have opened my Firefox browser, and here you can see three line icon. You can see one button, 3-line button, right side top corner. Okay, so just click on that one, and the bottom you can see settings. So go to settings. Okay, so in the settings here, in the search box here, search for the proxy. What we are doing here, we are going to configure the proxy settings. Okay, so therefore I am searching for the proxy. Okay, here you can see under settings, you can see settings, click on that settings. Okay, here you can see this is the connection settings. Here you need to change the proxy settings. Okay, proxy settings by default you can see like no proxy will be there in your mission. మీ మిషన్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? సో బై డిఫాల్ట్ నో ప్రాక్సీ విల్ బి దేర్. సో యూ వాంట్ టు చూస్, ఓకే, యూ కెన్ చూస్ మాన్యువల్ ప్రాక్సీ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్. వై? బికాస్ సో వీ నీడ్ టు కాన్ఫిగర్ ద ప్రాక్సీ మాన్యువల్లీ. Okay, so then only your JMeter and your browser, those two, it will come onto the same platform, and those two talk on each other. Okay, let me tell you one story on this. Okay, so you are there somewhere else, మీరు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నారు, నేను ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాను, మనమిద్దరం ఎలా మాట్లాడగలుగుతున్నాము, నేను మాట్లాడితే మీకు ఎలా వినిపిస్తుంది? There is a common platform, that common platform is Google Meet. Whatever the link I have given, you have joined on the same link, and also I am also joined on the same link. So that's why we have meted here virtually, and whatever I am talking here you are able to listen, and whatever you are asking I am able to reply. So this is the common platform. Like the similar way, so JMeter and your browser, those two will come on to the same platform. That platform is nothing but proxy settings. So we are doing the proxy settings here. So proxy settings lo em chestunnanu, in the proxy settings I have chosen this manual proxy. So manual proxy choose చేసుకున్నాను. I have chosen the manual proxy, and here I think in your missions you can see like 127.0.0.1. So like that one proxy, one IP address will be there. This is the IP address. Okay, so such kind of IP address will be there in your mission. So what you need to do, you need to delete this 127.0.0.1 and you need to type localhost, LOCALHOST. All should be in the smaller case letters. Okay, lower case letters లోనే ఉండాలి. Don't give any spaces like this at the end. Host and type చేసిన తర్వాత don't give any spaces and all. Okay, make sure that you have given only localhost. All should be in lower case letters, small letters. Right? And here you can see port number, I think I'm not sure, 8080 something will be there. Okay, 8080 something port number will be there. But why I have given 8888 here? Your JMeter, it is running on the port number called 8888. So whatever the port number will be there in the JMeter 8888, you need to give the same port number in the browser. Okay, as a port number 8888 we have given here. Okay, so the 8888 we have given 8888. Okay, 4 8s we need to give. And bottom, okay, under this HTTP proxy you can see one checkbox. Also use this proxy for HTTPS. You check this checkbox. ఎందుకు చెక్ చేయాలి అంటే, see, whenever you are working on the browser, some application it will work on the HTTP and some applications it will work on HTTPS. I am not sure how many of you identified this in your mobile and all. See, so this is the URL, right? Can copy this URL and paste it in the next tab. You can see here HTTPS. Okay, so this application it is working on HTTPS protocol. Let me go to our Chrome. So our Google Meet. Copy this one and you can paste here. You can see HTTPS. Let me go to YouTube. Okay, let me search for YouTube. You can see HTTPS. You can see, I think. Okay, let me copy this and let me paste over here. Okay, hey, what is this? See, HTTPS. See, కొన్ని అప్లికేషన్స్ HTTPS ఉంటాయి, కొన్ని అప్లికేషన్స్ HTTP also will be there. Okay, so HTTP also will be there. Okay, so we need to handle both HTTP and HTTPS as well. So therefore, whatever the configuration settings I am doing here in the manual proxy, so that should be applicable to both for HTTP and also for HTTPS. ఇక్కడ చూడండి మీరు, you can see HTTPS proxy. Okay, so if you check this one, whatever the property you are giving here, okay, the same property will be applicable to HTTPS proxy as well. Let me give as Madhu. Okay, so let me check this checkbox. See, the same thing is populated over here, localhost Madhu. Okay, that is not correct. You remove this Madhu. Okay, so localhost I have given as a proxy and check this checkbox. Don't forget to check that checkbox. Okay, so మీరు చెక్ చేయడం మర్చిపోయినారంటే మీకు రికార్డింగ్ అవ్వదు. Okay, and coming to port number 8888, you should give. Why 8888 means in the JMeter we have given the port number as JMeter. By default it is running on the port number 8888. The same port number we should give over here in the manual proxy we have given. And coming to SOCKS host, same thing, whatever you have given localhost 8888, same thing you should give. Okay, don't change anything. So come to the bottom and click on the OK button. That's all. This is how you can configure the proxy settings. Click on the OK at the end. So now we have configured the proxy settings successfully. How to ensure, ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది మీకు నేను కరెక్ట్గా ప్రాక్సీ చేశానా లేదా అని? Okay, so open any application. I'm going to open, okay, so Amazon application. I'm going to click on the Amazon application. See what happens. See, the proxy server is refusing the connection. Okay, you are able to see, right? The proxy server is refusing the connection. So what it means, say you did some changes in the proxy, because of that I am not able to launch that particular application over here. So Amazon, I am not able to connect. Why? Because you did some changes in the proxy. Let me restore my settings. Okay, So let me restore my settings. No proxy. Okay. So now I have changed it to manual proxy to no proxy and click on OK. Now go to here. Just reload this. See what happens. See, I am getting the Amazon. Okay. ఇంతకుముందు ఎందుకు రాలేదు? I did some changes in the proxy. So therefore I have chosen the manual proxy. That's why I am not able to. Okay. So I am not able to launch that particular Amazon website, and the browser it is throwing the exception saying that the proxy server is refusing the connection. This is how you can make sure you did proxy server connections properly. Okay. So now, so yes, we did the setup now. Okay, setup is done almost, and now by default it will be like this. Yes. So now we'll see how to record this one. Okay, how to record we can see. Just click on the start button. Okay, so click on the start button. See, it is throwing an exception. What is an exception? Target controller is configured to use recording controller, but no such controller is existing. Click on OK. So target controller, you can see here under the test plan creation, you can see target controller. Okay, by default target controller it is showing like use recording controller. Okay, so use recording controller, you just click on that one and choose other than this use recording controller. You can select either test plan thread group, or you can select test plan http test script recorder. You can select anything. Okay, so I am selecting this http test script test plan thread group. Okay, that is the best approach to record. Okay, so let me delete this thread group from here. Thread group ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ఓకే, దాన్ని delete చేశాను. చూడండి ఏమవుతుందో చూడండి. Now go to test script recorder, and here, okay, under the target controller there is no thread group now. See, there is no thread group. Okay, I have added the thread group here. Right click on the test plan, mouse over onto that and add the thread group. See, I have added the thread group. Now go to the test script recorder, and target controller drop down is there, right? Click on the drop down. You can see test plan thread group is populated over here. Okay, so first add the thread group here, test plan to the test plan, then only you can see that thread group here in the drop down. Okay, select this thread group. That is the best approach for the recording. Okay, coming to grouping, under that you can see grouping, right? Always we need to select the grouping as a put each group in a new transaction controller. Okay, so this is the best approach for recording. Okay, this is the best approach. You select this one, put each group in a new transaction controller. I will show you the remaining also. Okay, first I will show with the benefits, and then I will show the remaining and all. Target controller, if you forget to change the target controller to other than user controller, ఏమవుతుంది, you cannot initiate the test. See, it is throwing an error. Okay, why I am telling this many times means, so after this class the people they will ask you. Okay, so they will call by saying that, sir, నాకు ఇలా target controller is configured to use recording controller వస్తా ఉంది, what I can do, like that they will approach you. So the people don't listen here what I am saying and all, simply they'll approach us. Okay, so what it is throwing an exception, see, target controller is configured to use recording controller. Okay, so use recording configured to use recording controller, but no such controller is existing. Okay, what it mean, you need to change this use recording controller where it is existing, that is existing here in front of the target controller. You can see use recording controller. Now other than this user recording controller, you can use test plan recorder, you can use thread group, you can use anything. So but the best approach is thread group. You need to select test plan thread group and just click on the start button. So now see, there is no exception. This is the root certificate. Okay, so there is no exception now. Okay, that is how you can overcome that particular issue. Okay, and grouping, always whenever you are doing recording, not only now, in your real time as well, so put each group in a new transaction controller is the recommended option. Okay, so now we'll see, okay, how to record it. Okay, so properties ఏం చేసాం, so you have configured the port number means manual proxy configurations you have configured, and the target controller you have been changed to test plan thread group. Grouping you have been changed to put each group in a new transaction controller. So now I am going to initiate the recording. How you can initiate the recording? Under the state you can see green color button, start button. Click on that start button. See, whenever you have clicked on the start button, one root certificate is generated. This is the root certificate. Okay, so root certificate is generated. Just click on that start button, root certificate is generated. Okay, so and it is valid for 7 days. Certificate has valid duration, validity of validity of 7 days. 7 days validity ఉంటుంది. Where I can see that certificate. Okay, so where I can see that certificate, so that certificate will be there in your JMeter. Okay, in a bin folder it will be there. So go to your JMeter. Where is your JMeter? This is my JMeter. I am using today 5.4 version. If you want, I will show you. Okay, so right side top corner you can see, left side top corner you can see Apache JMeter 5.4.1. I am using 5.4.1 version. So let me go to my JMeter. So Apache JMeter 5.4.1 and go to bin folder. In bin folder, after Apache JMeter jar, okay, Apache JMeter jar, you can see one folder here next to Apache JMeter jar. Apache JMeter, okay, temporary root certificate ca.crt. Okay, so you can right click on it and go to properties so that you can see when that particular certificate is generated. Okay, see, I will show you that. See, the date you can see here, created date 17th February 2022, and time also you can see 1813. So today the certificate is generated. So whenever you have been clicked on the start button, at the time JMeter, what it will do, it will generate the certificate, and once it is generated the certificate, it is valid for 7 days. Okay, let me show you the validity as well. Okay, I will show you the validity as well. Okay, double click on this root certificate, double click on this. So if you double click on that certificate, you can see, okay, the validity here, valid from 17 to 24. Okay, 7 days the validity will be there. Okay, so 7 days మనకి validity ఉంటుంది. So 7 days వరకు, so JMeter it do not generate the root certificate again, మళ్ళీ generate చేయదు. Okay, after 24 only it will generate the certificate. Okay, so this is how you can see where is the JMeter temporary root certificate and where it is existing and what is the validity time and all you can check in the bin folder. Okay, so now I am going to click on the start button. So click on OK. Here you can see pop-up window. So whenever you have seen the pop-up window, what it means? So JMeter is ready to capture the transactions. Okay, so your JMeter is ready to capture the transaction. So open the targeted browser. So which is your targeted browser? My targeted browser is the Firefox. So why? Because I did some changes in it. Okay, my manual proxy I did. Okay, so therefore my targeted browser is the Firefox. Open your targeted browser and do any transaction over here. So let us assume my application is PetStore. Okay, I am launching the URL petstore.octopuff.com. See, I have launched the application. I am launching the application. Okay, see, it will throw an error. Okay, I will show you why we are getting the error and all. I will show you. So each and everything whatever today I am talking, that is very very important. Okay, practice from your end. Okay, then only you can get it. See, the connection has timed out. Okay, so we have the connection. Let me refresh again. Let me see. The site could be temporary, unavailable, too busy. Okay, so check your computer network. Okay, fine. See, this is the expected one which you can get. Do not connect, potential security issue. So what it mean? Why we can get the potential security issue? Okay, so ఎందుకు security issue వస్తుంది అంటే, see, just now we have been generated the root certificate, right? So that root certificate you need to install in the browser. Okay, so JMeter certificate you need to install in the browser wherever you are working on. So then only you can record your transactions and all. If not, you can get the potential security issues. Okay, so if not, you can get the potential security issues. Okay, how you can do that? How I can install our certificate in the browser? Okay, ఎలా install చేయాలి? Go to your go to your browser and same story, click on the settings. Okay, click on the settings, settings మీద click చేయాలంటే click on this three line icon. You can see the settings, click on the settings and search for the certificate. Now here search for certificate. Okay, you can see here I have verified, I have searched for the certificate. Here you can see view certificate. Click on the view certificate. Here you can see a pop-up window. Okay, by default it will show like your certificates. ఇక్కడ చాలా మంది మిస్టేక్స్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ఇట్ విల్ షో లైక్ బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ షో లైక్ యువర్ సర్టిఫికేట్స్. యూ నీడ్ టు క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద అథారిటీస్ అండ్ హియర్ యూ నీడ్ టు ఇంపోర్ట్ యువర్ సర్టిఫికేట్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ కూడా ఇంపోర్ట్ ఉంటుంది అండ్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద యువర్ సర్టిఫికేట్స్. హియర్ ఆల్సో యూ కెన్ సీ ఇంపోర్ట్. డోంట్ గో హియర్. Okay, always you need to go to authorities and here you can see import button. Click on the import button and browse your JMeter where it is there. Okay, it will be there in new volume 5.4.1, 5.4.1 and bin folder, and this is my certificate. You can see 17/12/17/2/2022 8/13. This is our certificate which is generated today. Okay, so click on that certificate and click on open. Okay, so click on open. Okay, so then you can see this kind of pop-up window. You should be checked these two. What it mean? So we are accepting the risks and all. Okay, so just check these two check boxes. We are trusting those two things and click on the okay and finally click on okay. So this is how you can install the certificate. How I can make sure whether I have been installed the certificate properly or not? Follow the same process. Okay, click on the view certificate. Okay, click on the authorities, click on the import. Okay, again choose the same file. Okay, click on the open. It will throw an exception saying that the certificate is already installed as a certificate authority. So what it means? You have installed your certificate successfully in the browser. Click on okay. So click on okay. Okay, so now okay, so let me show you okay how you can record it. Go to your JMeter and see the things and all have been recorded over here. I don't want this. Okay, let me delete this. Okay, so ఇంతకుముందు రికార్డ్ అయినట్టు delete చేస్తున్నాను. Okay, so now go to your HTTP desktop recorder and just click on the start button. Okay, see root certificate is generated. Click on okay. See pop-up window. So pop-up window మీకు కనిపిస్తుందంటే now you are able to start recording the actions in the browser. Okay, so launch your application. So what is your application name? Petstore. Okay, petstore.october.com. See, I am able to launch my application. So click on the enter the store. Okay, see whatever the action you want to perform, you can perform on the browser. Simple గా మీరు ఏం చేయాలి? సో బ్రౌజర్ మీద చేసుకుంటా వెళ్ళాలి. మీ యాక్టివిటీ ఏదైనా అవ్వచ్చు. లాంచింగ్, లాగిన్, ఫిష్, డాగ్, క్యాట్, క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ ద బర్డ్స్. ఓకే, సో క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ ద డాగ్స్. ఓకే, సో క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ రెప్టైల్స్. ఓకే, లైక్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద థింగ్స్ యూ వాంట్ టు డూ యూ కెన్ డూ. ఓకే, నౌ అజ్యూమ్ మై రికార్డింగ్ ఈజ్ డన్. నేను రికార్డింగ్ చేసేసాను. నౌ యూ నీడ్ టు స్టాప్ యువర్ రికార్డింగ్. ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ యూ కెన్ స్టాప్ యువర్ రికార్డింగ్? You can see this pop-up window, right? So you can click on the stop button. Okay, you can click on the stop button or else go to your JMeter. In the JMeter also you can see the stop button is enabled. You can click on the stop button. Okay, if you feel that okay na script ekkado miss ayindi, I am missing something. Okay, I need to restart again. I need to re-record my script again. So then you can go with restart button. Here you can see restart button is enabled now. You can click on the restart button to retake your script, to re-record your script. I want to stop my test. Okay, sorry, I want to stop my recording. So then you can click on the stop button or else you can click on the stop button as well. Anything is fine. Okay, see, recording is stopped now. Okay, see, double click on the thread group. You can see here, so transactions have been recorded. Okay, let me show you. Let me execute and let me show you. Okay, see, సో ఇవన్నీ రికార్డ్ అయినాయి. ఏంటేంటో రికార్డ్ అయినాయి, రైట్? సో ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ ఏంటి రికార్డ్ అయినాయి ఏంటి. సో అవన్నీ మీకు చూపిస్తాను. ఓకే, సి, సో దీస్ మెనీ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ బీన్ పర్ఫార్మ్డ్ సో ఫర్ ఆన్ ద బ్రౌజర్. ఓకే, సో బ్రౌజర్లో మీరు ఇవన్నీ చేశారు. బట్ దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ద కరెక్ట్ అప్రోచ్ హౌ యూ కెన్ రికార్డ్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఓకే, సో నౌ ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ హౌ యూ కెన్. ఓకే, చూడండి, మనము ఏ రికార్డు చేసాము, లాంచ్ చేసామా, లాగిన్ చేసామా, సైన్ ఇన్ చేసామా, యూ కెనాట్ ఐడెంటిఫై ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. వై? బికాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ నాట్ ఫాలోడ్ ప్రాపర్ నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్. ఓకే, నేమింగ్ కన్వెన్షన్ మనం ఎక్కడ ఫాలో అవ్వలేదు. లెట్ మీ షో యూ హౌ యూ కెన్ రికార్డ్ ప్రాపర్లీ నౌ. ఓకే, సో లిసన్ కేర్ఫుల్లీ, రైట్? సో క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద డెస్క్టాప్ రికార్డర్. Okay, so click on the desktop recorder. So now here you can see grouping, put each group in a new transaction controller, choose always and click on the start button. So whenever you have been clicked on the start button, you can see a pop-up window. Okay, so pop-up window you can see what I am doing now. I am launching my application. So let us assume I am keeping the naming convention, I am giving the naming, right? So T01. So what is T? Transaction, first transaction I am doing, so therefore I have given T01. Okay, so this is the standard format how we can follow in real time. T01 underscore launch, launch. Okay, I am launching my application, therefore I have given the action name as T01 underscore launch. So I am launching the application. See, launching is done. So now what I am doing, I am doing the second transaction, T02 underscore. I am going to click on the enter the store. Enter the store. So just mention enter the store. Then click on the enter the store. Okay. So next what I am doing, I am going to perform the third transaction, T03 underscore. I am going to click on the fish. So what I am writing here, click on fish. Okay, so next click on the fish. Okay, first you need to enter the transaction name and then only you need to perform the action. So next transaction, fourth transaction, T04 underscore, I am going to click on the dogs. So T04 dogs. Okay, so just enter the transaction name over here and then click on the dogs. మీరు ఏది చేయాలనుకుంటారో దాని మీద క్లిక్ చేయాలి. Now I want to stop the recording. Click on the stop recording. Okay, so now go to your JMeter and double click on the thread group. Why you are double clicking on only thread group? Here you have chosen the target controller, right? So whatever the target controller you have been chosen over here, all the actions will be recorded. Whatever the actions you have recorded, so those will be recorded under that particular element. I have chosen the test plan thread group, right? So thread group I have chosen. So therefore all the actions will be recorded under the thread group. You can see launch, enter the store, click on the fish. Okay, so dog, see, I have recorded my transaction. Those pine on the junk, you can delete it, no problem. Okay, so T01 launch, enter the store, click on the fish, dog. See, this is the way how you can record, how you can identify the things. Okay, neatly, okay, and perfectly. Okay, so real time like this we will record and we can give the naming convention like this in the real time. Okay, so you can see double click on the launch, you can see these many requests have been executed. Launch key unexecute and click on the enter the store, these many requests have been. Click on the fish, so click on the fish, dogs, you can see dogs. Let me show you, let me execute this one and let me show you how it will work and all. Okay, whenever you want to see the output, what request you are sending, what response you are getting and all, for that purpose we need to use the listener. Okay, so tomorrow I will tell you, okay, how we can use the listener and all. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow I will tell you. So right click on the thread group, how to add the listener. Right click on the thread group, mouse over onto the add. Here you can see a listener, add view results tree. Okay, using view results tree you can see what request you are sending to the server, what response you are getting. So you can see using view results tree. Just click on the play button. Now I am going to execute this script. Okay, నేను ఏం చేశాను ఇక్కడ మీ బ్రౌజర్లో, I have launched my application, I have been clicked on the fish, I have been something I did, right? Same thing I will show in the browser, I will show in the JMeter now. Okay, just click on the play button. Okay, it is asking to save the test plan, I am going to click on no. Okay, see it is executing the request and all. Whatever I have been recorded over here, the same request has been executed. Now I will show you. Okay, మీకు చూపిస్తాను. Okay, so yeah, so click on the response, you can see response body. Response body you can see, sir, whenever you have clicked on the enter the store, let me show you. JPET store, come back. See, whenever you have clicked on the enter the store, okay, you are redirected to the page where you can see salt water, fresh water, various breeds. Okay, various breeds, exotic varieties. Okay, lizards, reptiles, snacks, exotic varieties. You can see these many things, right? Sign in button, so search button, okay, search field. So these are all things you can see here in the browser. The same things you can see in the JMeter as well. See, sign in button, okay, search one, okay, salt water, fresh water, various breeds, exotic varieties. So many things you can see. See, whatever you are seeing in the browser, the same thing you are able to see in the JMeter as well. మీరు ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే చూస్తున్నారో the same thing you can see in the browser. See, okay, you can see in the browser. Next, click on the next one. Whenever you have been clicked on the fish, you can see angelfish, tigerfish. You can see this many details, right? So fish product ID name. Let me show you. Let me click on the fish. If you click on the fish, what you are seeing? Okay, angelfish, tigerfish, shark, koi, goldfish, and fish. These many details you are seeing. The same thing you can see in the JMeter. See, fish product ID name, angelfish, tigerfish, koi, goldfish. See, everything you can see over here. Okay, so next తర్వాత ఏం చేసాం, we have been clicked on the dog. So whenever you have been clicked on the dog, what you are seeing, click on the dogs here. So what you are seeing, you are seeing these many products and all. Okay, bulldog, poodle, okay, dalmatian, golden, something you are able to see the same details you can see here. Bulldog, poodle, see, dalmatian. So you can see the same thing. Okay, so JMeter, it is not a browser, it will act like a browser. ఓకే, ఇది బ్రౌజర్ కాదు, బ్రౌజర్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ద రెస్పాన్సెస్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇన్ ద బ్రౌజర్, ద సేమ్ థింగ్ క్యాన్ బి ఎగ్జిక్యూటెడ్ అండ్ సేమ్ థింగ్ క్యాన్ బి సీన్ ఇన్ ద JMeter యాజ్ వెల్. ఓకే, సి ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చాయి మీకు ఈ రిక్వెస్ట్లు అన్నీ? ఓకే, లాంచ్, ఎంటర్ ద స్టోర్, క్లిక్ ఆన్ ద ఫిష్, డాగ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చాయి మీకు? వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ రికార్డింగ్ ద స్క్రిప్ట్, ఓకే, యూ హ్యావ్ రికార్డెడ్ ద ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్, రైట్? యూ హ్యావ్ రికార్డెడ్ ద ట్రాన్సాక్షన్. ఏం చేశారు మీరు? You have launched the particular transaction. Okay, so we have launched the pet store. Okay, petstore.octopuff.com, we have launched it and we have captured the transaction. Then I have clicked on the enter the store. I have recorded that action. I have clicked on the fish. I have recorded that action. I have clicked on the dogs. That is recorded. So everything whatever I am doing, okay, on the browser, so that I have been recorded using JMeter. Okay, so using JMeter, what I did, I have recorded the same thing you can see here. Launch, enter the store, click on the fish, dogs. Same thing I have been shown you. See, dogs మీద click చేశారు, you are able to see the dogs list. Okay, ఇంతకుముందు ఎక్కడ click చేశారు? You have clicked on the fish, you are able to see the products related to fish. సో అంతకుముందు ఎక్కడ క్లిక్ చేస్తారు? ఎంటర్ ద స్టోర్. వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ హ్యావ్ బీన్ క్లిక్డ్ ఆన్ ద ఎంటర్ ద స్టోర్, you have seen the details like the various breeds. Okay, so salt water, fresh water, so these many things you have seen in the response body. Okay, so ఇవన్నీ మీకు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? So that and all you can see in the pet store. Okay, see, you can see here, click on enter the store, you have been redirected to the page where you can see salt water, these many things and all. Okay, so whatever you are seeing here in the browser, the same thing you can see in the where in the JMeter. Okay, this is how you can record your script. Okay, from the beginning onwards I am talking, right? So whatever the action you are doing on the browser, we can capture, we can record it. So this is how you can record your actions. Okay, don't use high security applications like Flipkart, Facebook, okay, Amazon. Okay, don't use such kind of applications and all. I will give some applications to you for practice. You can practice on that applications only. Don't use other applications. Okay, so various applications you just say it do not allow you to record and all. Okay, so therefore better whatever the URLs I am giving to you, use that URL and you can record from the JMeter. Okay, don't use other applications. Again I am telling. Okay, so this is how you can record your the actions using JMeter, using HTTP desktop recorder. Okay, so far we have been discussed, right, how to record and all. So next, so under the grouping you can see capture HTTP headers, add assertion, regular EX matching and all. As of now you can ignore these two checkboxes, add assertions and all. Coming to capture HTTP headers, right? So I have checked this HTTP headers. By default it will be checked only. డిఫాల్ట్గా మీకు చెక్ చేసే ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో వితౌట్ హ్యావింగ్ ద హెడర్, సో వీ డు నాట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ద రిక్వెస్ట్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఫర్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ రిక్వెస్ట్, సో దెర్ ఈస్ ఎ హెడర్. యూ కెన్ సీ హెడర్ మేనేజర్, హెడర్. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ రిక్వెస్ట్ దేర్ విల్ బి ఎ హెడర్. ఓకే, సో దేర్ విల్ బి ఎ హెడర్. సో వితౌట్ హ్యావింగ్ ద సపోర్టింగ్ హెడర్, ఓకే, వీ కెనాట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ద స్క్రిప్ట్. ఓకే, మనం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయలేం. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ ఆర్ రికార్డింగ్ యువర్ స్క్రిప్ట్, మేక్ షూర్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ బీన్ చెక్డ్ దిస్ క్యాప్చర్ HTTP హెడర్ చెక్ బాక్స్. అది చెక్ చేసే ఉంటుంది. మీరు ఒకవేళ మర్చిపోయి అన్చెక్ చేస్తున్నారు అంటే మేక్ షూర్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ బీన్ చెక్డ్ దిస్ క్యాప్చర్ HTTP హెడర్స్. ఓకే, ద రిమైనింగ్ 2 చెక్ బాక్సెస్ యూ కెన్ లీవ్ ఇట్, యూ కెనాట్ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఇప్పుడు చెప్తే అర్థం కాదు. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ ఐఎమ్ ఇగ్నోరింగ్ ఇట్. అండ్ కమింగ్ టు HTTP sampler settings over here. Okay, so you can see HTTP sampler settings over here. Transaction name. ఇక్కడ T04 డాగ్స్ అని ఎలా వచ్చింది? ఓకే, ఎలా వచ్చింది చెప్పండి. So whenever you have initiated the recording, okay, whenever you have initiated the recording by clicking on the start button, you are giving the name over here, right? So whatever the name you are giving here, the same number, same name will be populated over there. See, I am typing some junk over here. I am keeping Madhu over here. See, the same thing you can see in the JMeter under the HTTP sampler settings. Here also you can see HTTP sampler settings. Both are same. Whatever the name you are giving, the same name will be populated over there. 01. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఇస్తే మీరు పాపులేట్ అవ్వదు. ఓకే, సో వీ నీడ్ టు గివ్ హియర్. ఓకే, వీ నీడ్ టు గివ్ హియర్. సో T01 _ C. I am typing and the same thing it is applying over here. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద బ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ థింగ్. ఎందుకు ఇవ్వాలి మనము ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ నేమ్ అంటే యూ నీడ్ టు రికగ్నైజ్ రైట్ వాట్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్. సో వెదర్ యూ ఆర్ డూయింగ్ లాంచ్ ఆర్ లాగిన్ ఆర్ ఎంటర్ ద స్టోర్ ఆర్ పర్చేసింగ్ something. We need to identify clearly. We need to identify, right? So that's why we need to give the transaction name. Okay, real time we will follow that one. Okay, so real time lo manam follow chestam. So that is the transaction name. This prefix and all, this is not required. You can ignore it. Okay, so this and all not required. And here you can see recording default encoding. Okay, encoding. Under that you can see retrieve all embedded resources, redirect automatically, follow redirects, use keep alive. Okay. So let us assume and many times we have been observed, చాలా సార్లు చూసుంటాం. ఏం చూసుంటాం? whenever you have been clicked on one URL, it will be redirect into some other URL. మీరు చూసుంటారు మొబైల్లో ఏదో ఒక లింక్ వస్తుంది. సో whenever you have been clicked on that URL, it will be redirected to other URL. You will be redirected on something different page. మీరు ఏదో పేజ్ కావాలనుకుంటే అది ఎక్కడో తీసుకెళ్ళి పడేసి ఉంటుంది. సో దట్ మీన్స్ automatically, okay, the redirects are happening at the back end. So if you want to redirect automatically, yes, you can choose this one, redirect automatically, or else you can choose this as well, follow redirect. Both are same only. There is no much difference between those two. Okay, so coming to use keep alive. So whenever you do not getting the proper response, I mean within a shorter duration at the time, so we need to wait for some time. So therefore we can check this use keep alive. These all are the default properties which JMeter is recommending to us. So therefore whatever the recommendations it is giving, so we will follow the same recommendations only. Don't do any changes in the HTTP sampler settings and all. Okay, don't do any changes. Okay, and this type is important. Here you can see one type. So this is important. Okay, ఏముంటుంది type లో? Okay, so what and all things will be there in the type. Here you can see there is one drop down. Click on the drop down. Here you can see 3 inputs. One is the empty and second one is Java, third one is HTTP client 4. When I need to use empty, when I need to go with Java, when I need to go with HTTP client 4. This is very very important. Okay, so people, majority of the people, they don't know about this type and all. So when we need to use ante, whenever you are trying to record your script, okay, but you are not able to record your script. I am going to record my script, okay, using JMeter, but I am not able to record my script. So then what you can do, so come to this HTTP sampler settings. Under this you can see type, right? Change the type. By default empty will be there. You can change to Java and start recording and see whether you are able to record your application or not. So then also you are not able to record, instead of Java choose HTTP client 4 and see. Okay, again go for recording and see, okay, whether you are able to record or not. Okay, so definitely either Java or HTTP client 4, it will work for you. Okay, so that is how you can overcome the recording issues. Okay, so in interview the people, they will ask you, I am not able to record my script. Okay, what is your possible ways? ఏమేం చెక్ చేస్తావు నువ్వు? Like that they will ask you. Okay, so we need to check the proxy settings. Why? Because that is the initial setup where we did some configurations and all in the browser. Okay, so therefore you are not recording, మీరు రికార్డ్ చేయలేకపోతున్నారు. So therefore we need to check the proxy settings, how you have been configured the proxy, ప్రాపర్గా చేసావా లేదా. Okay, so then after checking that, what you can do, so come to this type. Okay, so by default check this, what is there, ఏముంది చెక్ చేయండి. You can see here the empty value will be there. Instead of this empty, choose to Java and start recording again. Click on the play button and see, okay, whether you are able to record the transactions or not. If not, then again instead of Java choose HTTP client 4 and you can check it. So like that you can tell in the interview. Okay, the people they will ask you, and this is very important question as well. Okay, in the interview the people they will ask you, I am not able to record the script using JMeter. What is your approach? ఏం చేస్తావు నువ్వు అని అడుగుతారు. ఓకే, సో అప్పుడు మీరు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి. ఐ కెన్ చెక్ ద ప్రాక్సీ సెట్టింగ్స్ లైక్ ఐ హ్యావ్ బీన్ కాన్ఫిగర్ ద ప్రాక్సీ ప్రాపర్లీ ఆర్ నాట్. సో ఇఫ్ I have been configured the proxy properly, so then under the HTTP sampler settings we can see a property called type. So there I will select type as a Java, and then again I will initiate the recording by clicking on the start button. I will start the recording, and I will check it out whether I am able to record the transactions or not. So even though I have not able to record my script by changing type to Java, I can change it to HTTP client 4 and I will check it out. Okay, so like that I will verify and I will check whether I am able to record my script or not. Okay, so this is the challenge you can tell. Okay, challenge గా చెప్పచ్చు. లేదంటే straight question they will ask you, I am not able to record my script. Okay, so what is your approach? So like that they will tell you, they will ask you in the interview, explain the story. Okay, so next, so far we have been discussed about the test plan creation. You can see two tabs here, test plan creation, request filtering, you can see. Okay, so test plan creation లో ఉన్న మనం అన్ని ప్రాపర్టీస్ గురించి తెలుసుకున్నాం. You can leave it GraphQL, that is not required now. Okay, you can leave it. So let me click on the request filtering. Okay, so under the request filtering you can see include, exclude. Okay, see, let us assume you are working on one application. Okay, so you are working on one application called telugu1india.com. Okay, so telugu1india.com I am working on. See, whenever I have been launched the telugu1india.com, here you can see 20 degrees partially cloudy. Okay, what it means, it is displaying the weather report in this particular page. So how it is displaying, how this particular website it is displaying the weather report and all here. See, I am getting the ads as well. How I am getting the ads, how I am getting this 20 degrees partially cloudy weather report and all. Okay, so this particular website it is talking to some third party application, and it is fetching the some information and it is displaying over here. Okay, so third party applications తో మనం ఇంటరాక్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో వెదర్ రిపోర్ట్ ఏదైతే వెబ్సైట్ ఇస్తా ఉందో ఆ వెబ్సైట్తో ఇంటరాక్ట్ అయ్యి, సో ఆ వెబ్సైట్ నుంచి డేటా అనేది క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకుంటుంది. ఇట్ విల్ క్యాప్చర్ ద డేటా అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ షో దట్ డేటా ఓవర్ హియర్. ఓకే, సో వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ రికార్డింగ్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ telugu1india.com, సో సీ హియర్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ విల్ బీ క్యాప్చర్డ్. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి 20 degrees centigrade అని ఉంది కదా, సో ఇది కూడా మీకు క్యాప్చర్ అవుతుంది. ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు ఇంక్లూడ్ దట్ వన్. వై? బికాస్ so that is not related to my application, that is the third party application. I don't want to test the third party applications and all. So what you can do, okay, simply you can exclude that URL. Okay, so where you can see URL patterns to exclude. మీరు కావాలంటే ఇక్కడైనా ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు. whatever the URL will be there, so something junk.com you can include over here under the exclude. Okay, therefore whenever you are recording your JMeter script, automatically JMeter what it will do, it will exclude that information and all. Okay, it will exclude. Next one, URL patterns to include. Okay, this is the big story. So tomorrow I will tell you about this URL pattern to exclude, to URL patterns to exclude. Okay, some things we can exclude from we can exclude from the recording. So tomorrow I will tell you about that. I don't want to confuse you by telling all these things. Okay, so URL patterns to include, URL patterns to exclude, I will tell you tomorrow. Okay, so this is about HTTP test script recorder. Okay, how we can use the HTTP test recorder, what is the recommended properties, and how we need to use HTTP test script recorder for recording, how we can do the manual proxy settings in the browser, targeted browser, how we can install our certificate, JMeter certificate in the browser. Okay, so many work will be there. So there is a huge work for you today. So what you need to do, so you need to start recording. Okay, so configure the proxy settings in the Firefox. So there is no Firefox in your mission, means download the Firefox. Okay, and then change the proxy settings to manual proxy settings, configure the manual proxy settings, and install your JMeter certificate in the browser. Okay, so and then see how you are recording, whether you are able to record the JPEG store or not. Okay, these many things you need to do today. Okay, so on the daily basis, every day you need to start practicing and all. If not, you cannot get the subject and all. Okay, you cannot reach me. Okay, you cannot reach me. Okay, ఎందుకు మీరు whenever you have started practicing and all, then only you will come to know. Okay, so then only you will come to know. Okay, so ఏం జరుగుతోంది అని. If not practicing means definitely I can say that you cannot get me. ఓకే, సో నేను చెప్పేది మీకు అర్థం అవ్వదు. సో దేర్ ఫోర్ బెటర్ కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ అట్లీస్ట్ హాఫ్ ఎన్ అవర్ డైలీ ఆన్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ గెట్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఓకే, యా, సో టుడే ఐఎమ్ స్టాపింగ్ హియర్, టుమారో విల్ కంటిన్యూ. సో యా, సో ఎనీథింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీబడి రిగార్డింగ్ డౌట్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ యూ కెన్